Yeah, we're back. This is a little Hallicrafter. It's a... you know what? I don't know what this is. To be honest, it's a Hallicrafter. Well, it's missing a knob, and there's some badging up here. I think there was a Hallicrafter badge or logo that's missing. The glass isn't broke. This is glass, and it's, I don't know, about 4 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Broadcast to white light, just short of it. Broadcast to 44 megahertz. Yeah, about that. And it's got a band spreader. I'm not sure what model this is. Like one of the... There's some weird models when they get older. He wanted $30 for it. I gave him 20. He said it worked. Yeah, well, worked. And oh, this is a Model 8R40. It's got a lot of the paper still stuck on it. There's a lot of the Hallicrafters have this big paper on the bottom, and they also have a big weight. There's a this is actually held in with these little these aren't kind of like snaps or rivets. But anyway, there are tuning slug holes under there, and if you rip that paper off, then they know you did it. Yeah, well, usually what happens is it gets tore. It starts catching and gets tore. This one's still in pretty good shape. I'll probably take and pop these rivets and get it off there. This is just a basic kind of communicate. Well, I don't know if I'd call this communications. It's just a basic shortwave receiver. There's a kind of a RF sensitivity. The band selector is gone, and volume on/off volume, tone. It's got a BFO. Phono radio, so it's got an input, an audio input. The badge is gone. I told you that. Tuning, and because it goes from like 1.7 meg, well, it covers the broadcast band, then it goes from 1.7 to 5 meg, 5.5 to 15 meg, and 15 meg to 44 meg. It actually goes a little bit higher. That's weird. Huh. Right here. If you can see that or not, we'll find out. Yeah, there you go. Apparently the majority of shortwave is crammed into band 3 because it's the tallest, got the most. That's weird. They've got up here at 2 point, this is government at 2.2 megahertz. It says WWV there, that's 2.5. 5 megahertz, even, there isn't anything. 10 megahertz, it says WWV. 15, it doesn't say anything. 20, it says WWV. 30, it says WWV. And 35, it says WWV. That's real weird. I can honestly say I do not ever remember WWV being at 30 and 35. Did they have it at 20? Yeah, or 25. Yeah, it's right there. Weird. I know they've cut back over the years, but I don't remember that. I don't know, it's missing a knob. It's no big deal. These are just a kind of a standard crummy knob. These are plated, or an attempt. Oh, that's not good. What the hell? So the BFO is... Oh, is it broke? Oh, it's just not on there. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. These aren't screws. These... Is that right? I don't remember that. These might be what they call Bristol. They look a little bit like an Allen key. They look like a Torx bit. They're different though. Yeah, be careful of that. Okay. That's kind of annoying. I don't remember, I don't remember seeing that when I took the thing out. I wonder if I knocked a knob off. Oh well. For $20, I'm not gonna complain. This is kind of a standard tube lineup. It's all all pretty much older shielded type 8-pin tubes. And yes, that's a large two-wheeler. This is a lot of dirt. There's the model number right there. It's a 6SG or SC7. I think it's a G. And there's a 6SA7. That's stuff you can't see because I'm over here. Get your head out of your room. 6SK7. There's a 6H6. 6SK7. That's a 5, probably a 5Y. I don't know. That's a rectifier tube. It's a 5Y3 GT. And there's a 6SC7. 6K6 output tube. A little weird. It's a pretty basic set. It needs a little cleaning, but it's not rusty. It's got a tiny, tiny bit over here. Back over here where you can't see. There are two dial strings. One runs the band pass, or band spreader, excuse me. And the other runs this main tuning cap. And that main tuning cap has a lot of string. It's got like 2 or 3 different loops, if I remember right. There's some serious dirt in here. There's a little bit of, I don't know, the dial lights kind of nibbled through. Cord for it. This dirt is really caked on there. It's not just dirt, it's got a small transformer. There's the band spreader, the tuning cap. It's got 3 sections. It's probably got an antenna, RF amp, and a local oscillator. There's some marks here. It says T60 and stuff. I don't see a date anywhere. I can't remember what an 80R40 is. Just a permanent magnet speaker, nothing special. There's a chip out of that. It's kind of got little cool hip. The lid kind of has these little posts that snap it back together. The back's in really good shape on this thing. Yeah, I bet we could plug this in and bring it up with the Variac if you want to hang around a little bit. We can tempt fate. Let's see. One of the things that Hallicrafter used to do was on the fronts they used to put things in red on their dials, and that was you set things to there, and that was kind of the default setting for bringing up a radio. You set the settings to those things, and then it was ensured to work. Was the idea. Let's see. So I don't know which way the sensitivity. Yeah, we'll turn the volume on. We'll turn the. Okay, the band selector's on band 1, which should be broadcast. Phono. There really aren't a lot of controls here. And we'll tune the band set to 0. Okay, that's for the band spread. When you set that to 0, then the tuning on the front is supposed to be correct. Oh, how about 1200? Okay, so I suppose I should take this out of the case, but you know what? Let's just live a little. These things are actually pretty toughly built. Now this has original tubes in it or not. Let me just grab a tube. Wizard brand tubes. You know who Wizard brand tubes were? That was Western Auto. That's an RCA. What that is. Another RCA for the power tube. There's a Delco tube. Yeah, this thing's been retubed. Or an attempt. Yeah, what do we got here? There's another Delco tube. Yeah, it's, what is that? 6G7. We'll leave a little dirt outside. The missus will appreciate that. It's actually pretty clean. It's not in bad shape. Now, you were saying to yourself, why would you buy a crummy old shortwave receiver for $20? Well, there's at least $20 worth of tubes in there and a transformer if the thing is a total train wreck underneath. But from what I see, I don't think this thing is really in bad shape. Okay. Not sure which way the sensitivity is. I want to say counterclockwise. Volume. Fish radio. Tuning. Go. Well, the tuning bulb was, or the dial light's knocked out of this thing. It's had a new dial string, or an attempt at a new dial string. It's just a cotton string. You can buy some of that. A lot of those dial strings are Dacron fishing line. It's been around forever, and it might be a little tough to find unless you're looking for ice fishing line. Don't use that nylon junk. It's actually woven. So let's turn that up. Oh, that's weird. There's no BFO on-off control. Well, maybe when you go to CW, I'll bet that's it. Okay. Well, I assume we're plugged in here. Used to be. Turn her up a little bit more there. Kind of surprised this doesn't have two dial lights. This doesn't look good. I see absolutely no filaments. Well, let me look at something here. Some of the bigger Hallicrafters have a big socket in the back, and it was so you could do a few things and power this externally. It ran on 6 volts external with the filaments, and then you had, I guess, some sort of a power supply or a battery pack or something. And you got to watch out for those. A lot of times it's a little plug and it's gone. Well, let's see here. I don't see anything happening. That's not good. Oh, never mind. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. The dial light's lighting up. It's kind of dark, but okay. So, oh, and what was wrong? I didn't turn the variac on. Don't tell anybody. What an idiot. That's what happens when you get excited about something. You start forgetting steps. Actually, the labeling and stuff is really in good shape on this. This little bezel is kind of, could use a little polish, but I bet it's just clipped in there. Huh. Nope, it's held in with screws. There are like 4 screws there. I got the volume up. Well, we'll push down on the gas a little bit harder here. It's always fun to get a new radio, especially something, you know, this is a little bit different than our standard fare. You know, for those of you that followed the All-American 5 series and had fun with that, I had fun with that. And I've got another stack of those. We can go through and pick one out. But this, I'm going to cut this in line because it looks pretty fun. Well, you know, I'm kind of screwing up here. I don't think I stuck an antenna on this thing. That's okay. There's a little crackle in there. Let's see. PT or that pitch controller, the BFO is kind of, this is a tuned slug that tunes that circuit. Well, there's a little popping. Tiny, tiny buzz. But we're only at about 50 volts. Now downwind behind me, you can't see it. I've got my my little circuit breaker box in there. I think I put like about a 1.5 amp fuse in there at the most. Yeah, actually, I think it's got a 1 amp fuse in it. Rectifier's getting warm. Uh-oh. What station that is? Apparently one that can come through without a... That's not good. Seem to have lost her audio. Maybe we did. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause you here for a bit, run in the house and get a little antenna lead.